I want to play this clip here of Pete Buttigieg at a CNN forum last week. By the way, this is Aaron Burnett who's asking him the questions. And it just dawned on me the other day that Aaron Burnett from, like her CNN shows like Out Front or On Front or whatever. Aaron Burnett was a guest judge on The Apprentice with Donald Trump. She would fill in whenever Ivanka Trump couldn't judge, couldn't be there. Aaron Burnett was the guest judge. And I did not know that. No one's ever talked about that. And you'd think that would like disqualify her from further engagement with him, but instead she's just pretends like it didn't happen and it has her own TV show. Anyway, she asked Buttigieg this question here.
My positions were informed by my faith.
So, to the point you talk about God not belonging to any kind of a political party, at the last CNN town hall, you said, if your faith calls upon you to help the marginalized, those who are afflicted, to comfort people, to strive for humility and decency, as the Christian faith does. And then I quote you, then I just can't imagine that requires of you that you be anywhere near this president. Do you think it is impossible to be a Christian and support President Trump?
Well, I'm not going to tell other Christians how to be Christians, but I will say I cannot find any compatibility between the way this president conducts himself and anything that I find in Scripture. Now, I guess that's my interpretation, but I think that's a lot of people's interpretation, and that interpretation deserves a voice.
All right, we are going to be back with more.
So listen, this deserves a really thoughtful and thorough analysis, lots of different angles to talk about, and we will moving forward here. But the easiest point, which I'm not going to make, is there's a lot of stone casting from a guy who has sex with his husband and advocates for killing babies at 40 weeks. Right? I'm not going to do that point because we're all sinners. So we'll just call that a wash and we'll move on. As a Christian, if I were looking to the president to be the earthly model of the Messiah, then Trump would not be a good choice. I will grant you that, Mayor Buttigieg. If I were looking for an earthly Messiah to guide me and my family to the pearly gates, I would not choose Donald J. Trump. The prayer breakfast was a couple weeks ago, and Arthur Brooks gave a really great speech about loving your enemy. One of these days, if we have a minute, we can run through it. It's really good. But he gave a speech about loving your enemies, and then Trump got up and said, "I'm not sure if I agree with you." About loving your enemies. And you look at that, you're like, well, listen, it's not up to you to decide if you agree with that or not, right? If you say you're a Christian, like you have to agree with it as part of it. That's a prepackaged deal, or part, right? In a perfect world, yes, I'd want the president to be a great moral leader as well. In a perfect world, I'd want the president to have the moral authority of Billy Graham. But in this world, I want to hire Trump to, I don't know, not force nuns to pay for abortion. Slater Crusaders, thanks for watching the first on YouTube. If you want more, like, subscribe. We got plenty.